Hello and welcome to an intro video into tonight's Northern Ireland 200 race. So we're just going to go over a few little information bits just to get you up to speed. So we're starting here in the pit lane, and this is where qualifying will start. So qualifying will be on the live stream. I'll post out your name, I'll also put it in the chat in the game, and you have 3 fast laps to set the fastest lap possible. Qualifying will start at 2100 or 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, so make sure you're in before then. The lobby should open at around 8:30. So what we'll do a quick practice 3-lap blast. So as you come out the pits, you'll notice you come out of the pits on the back straight, so you can have one corner to kind of get a feel, and then you'll be straight into your first lap. So kind of try and get down nice and low. You can choose on your preference of gears, 4th, 5th. I would have thought you probably need to just bang the limiter in 4th. So we've done 1 lap. That's almost 2 laps. There you go, there's 2 laps. Just about to finish our 3rd, just bumped the limiter there. There we go, and that's our 3 laps. So once you complete your 3 laps, either exit the game or come into the pits and the next person can go out. So pit lane is on the end of the first corner. Now, in the race, if you have an accident or a crash, like I'm about to simulate here, I'll try and make some damage. You can see we've got light damage on. Etiquette would say, while you got light damage, come down to the lower side of the apron while you can, and just try and wait until the damage is gone. You may need to brake a little bit, and then wait for the light damage to come off the car, and then return to normal racing speed. Not quite yet. As you can see, it may take a lap or 2 for that damage to come off. So I definitely would. There we go, damage is gone from the indicator now. We can return to racing speed and get back onto the oval. And that's just so that we don't have a massive closing speed and end up with some rear end crashes. So now we're here in a practice race. See, we're up against AI here. So now we're just going to talk about a few issues that can happen. So if you do pick up a penalty, I'll just try and get one here.
1 eternity later. So
if you do pick up a penalty, like the one you can see on my screen here, we're just doing a practice race here. You've got a couple of choices. It can be tricky sometimes to slow down on this track enough to remove that penalty. So you've got 2 options. You can either go to the apron and serve the penalty as if you have car damage, or you can serve the penalty after your pit stop. So that's what I'd probably prefer to do, because you can stay on the apron after doing the pit stop. So what we'll do, we'll simulate that now. So we're coming around turn 1. There's only 2 corners, so it's not too hard for you lads. And then we're going to go into the pits now. Straight in. This is just a test race. So we're going to throw on some new tyres, and when we come out the pits, you can still see we have 3.9 seconds left to run. So what we'll do now is just either coast, and then now we've served our penalty, we can start speeding up. And then I suggest the best place to return to the track is on the straight sections, with the apron reaching the bottom of the track, and being quite a high angle here, it can throw your car off if you go onto the embankment during the corners. Final thing of note, wall riding will be classed as cheating. So if you do any of this kind of behaviour, now if it's by accident, fair enough, but what we don't want to see is somebody just going down the straights and then wall riding all the way around. I don't think people will, because it's probably going to be slower than actually taking the corner, but can we just not avoid that? And it looks like you're going to get a nasty penalty as well. Other than that, we want, if you are being lapped, take the lappage, you can let cars through. Now remember, when you pit, these lap times are about 12 to 13 seconds long. So when you pit, you will go a lap down, at least a lap or two down, potentially on whoever you're fighting with. So they're going to have to pit at some point, so it's very much the race is on even if you are a couple of laps down. Now, final bit of information, I will be streaming it all live on my YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description here, so any people taking part in the event, please make sure you've added me on PSN. My PlayStation Network name is Faithlessemo. I'll put that on the screen now just in case. Make sure you've added me before about 8, half 8, and then we can have a good race tonight. If there's any more information you want, just pop it in the comments below or give me a message. We'll hopefully have a good race tonight. 200 laps should take us less than an hour, so it's going to be pretty fast. And if it's a success, I hope to see you guys soon for maybe a Blue Moon 500, Indy 500 style, and then we'll probably turn up the turbo a bit more and see what kind of top speed we can get out of this these old school F1 cars that we've turned into Indy cars. So until that time, I'll see you later and have a good night.